Alright guys, I'm working on the 1934 Chevy truck door, and it's pretty much straightforward except one piece of wood, and I'll show you what I am talking about. It's the centerpiece, this piece right here. There must be a real trick to putting this piece of wood in, but I have looked everywhere I can think to look on YouTube to see if there's a trick to it, and I cannot find anything. I find a lot of doors done, but nobody's actually doing one. So I typed in everything I could think to type in, and I still got nothing to find out what the trick is. So I've been just stabbing in the dark, and I typed in how to get termites out of a 34 Chevy truck door, and I actually got a hit on it. One guy had termites in his truck, so but he was taking the door apart and putting metal back in it instead of wood, so that didn't help me any. But what I have seen here, the problem is how they assemble this thing. There's the bolts. They screw in this way from under here. There's 3 of them. You can see the 3 holes. This has to go under there like that. But you cannot get to them, of course, without taking this off. You got to remove this and this. This is welded to this. And I have already broken all the welds, thinking, well, you can just, you can see that moves. So all the welds are broken all the way across here, but it still won't come off. This is welded under here. So that's a problem. So I cannot get this off. So, and since this is welded to that, and I can't find the spot welds, I'm going to have to leave all this. So what I'm going to do, this is my solution. I'm going to take this piece right here and cut it like that. And take this, lift it up a little bit here, and just bend this out of the way at an angle like that. Because it'll bend once I cut it all the way to there. So that will allow me to get this in here at an angle, because there's a lip here, and this just won't go in there. And if you look, it bows out like this, so you can't take it and even slide it in. That won't even slide in. I hope that red dot doesn't mean anything. Okay. So that'll let me slide it in here, and then I'm gonna drill these 3 bolts that are coming in, drill them out, and then I'm gonna put wood screws in these. So that way I can slide this in, because it has to go in at an angle like that in order to put your piece on here. This slide into the piece that goes across this door here, and then you got to slide it forwards to get it to go under here. So that's my solution. See, it's going to go in at an angle like that, but you got to get this out of the way. So the only solution as I can see is to cut it, and I can weld it back together. It's no big deal. All right, well, I am going to try all this. I'm sure somebody's going to look at this and say, you dummy, this is the way you do it. But I can't find it on YouTube, or I would have looked it up and took their advice, because I know there's people that have done this before. But everything else is straightforward. All this other stuff is easy to put in, but this one piece of wood is, man, you got to do some. There's got to be a magical cure to put this in, but I don't know what it is. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm tired of thinking about it. And of course I have to bend, I think, this little hockey puck out here. Yeah, bend. You can see this is got a little twick to it, so I got to bend it out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to get doing this and see what happens. All right, later.